Hey guys, welcome back to the Tuesday stream. We're back playing a little bit of Kerbal Space Program, and I don't think my microphone's pointed at me correctly. There we go. How is everybody doing out there? We're of course back playing a little bit of Kerbal Space Program. We have a bunch of asteroids in orbit around Kerbin, and finally, for the first time in like forever, I couldn't even put a time limit on it. We actually managed to get them all together in the one place. One place. We do, however, need to try and actually connect them together through the magic of the claw. As soon as this actually loads up, we'll go and have a look. Hey, Spark McFad and Fel Magfa, having a little chat with Fel Magfa earlier about moving the comet. Whether that is a possibility or not, let's go to the tracking station. Maybe now that I go and show Fel Magfa what I was talking about, they'll be like, no, that's totally not the right thing. But we'll have a look. If we scroll all the way out of here, I believe somewhere. Look at this thing. Here's a comet. And I don't know whether it is or not, or whether this is actually like a dwarf planet. I don't know where this is from. I know this has to be legit because I've not put any other mods in like that. So that's it's what's the word I'm looking for here? Vanilla. Oh, look at its class. I will go back to do that. Sorry. Do I watch Top? I'm afraid I don't actually. Yeah, I couldn't even tell you why. It's just not part of the repertoire of the things that I watch. So here we are. This is, technically, this is the one that we're going to end up attaching everything. Why is my engine on? What happened there? Why? That's going to be moving us apart from this guy. Let's try and slow us down. This is definitely not what I want. Are we controlling from somewhere over here? Let's try and grab this. We've got to suddenly undo the weird little movement that happened there. That's no big problem. That's not a big problem. That guy over there, we need to try and disconnect all the stuff from over there and move this back here. I am aware of the stuff in Top Gear, so if you talk to me about it, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, right. That said, I don't know what happened to my milk. So they are, let me see if I can find the right ship, this vessel over here. Let me aim my camera. You are very astute, very well spotted. The thing that has happened here, if we click this button, we can get a nice little overlay of the internals. As you can see, this girl doing fine, no problems with that. Beautiful. This one, there's an Orion or an Onion, I suppose, capsule right here, and it is clipping through his face. He's having a better time than it looks. It looks better than it actually is. Okay, so let's decentralize my camera here. Boom. Okay, I'm still in the process of turning. Let's actually move this into time acceleration. This is a small little problem that I wasn't anticipating, because honestly, who would think that they would just suddenly bring you in with your throttle turned up a little bit? I'm not sure how that happened. I'm sure if someone goes back and frames by frames the loading sequence, they'll be like, this is the point you press shift by accident, and I'll just have no choice but to agree, because who knows what is actually going on. What is actually going on? Let me use some RCS here. We're trying to go towards this target marker here, but it looks like the we're going to say angular momentum, the amount of spin that my craft had, was a little bit too much for the systems to take control of to begin with, but now hopefully this will do us fine. Let's bring us down to slow and just try and cancel out all of this speed that we appear to have picked up here. I don't want it. I don't need it. I can get rid of it. Is this still trying to make me point somewhere? Is this just trying to make me stop? A point 2 is good. Anyway, so I'm here to do the hard thing today. I don't know which one's attached to what. This is the big problem. So we need to move this guy. We need to move this guy. I believe we're actually almost out of monopropellant, so I might actually fly some other stuff up as well. But I just don't know how we're going to deal with that. I just don't know. So let's go back to the Space Center. Let's build a tug. In fact, I had thought about this differently. We'll go back to the map and then come back to there, because I literally, as I clicked let's go, I thought we've already got some tugs up there. We've already got tugs. Do you know the Top Gear episode where they built a shuttle with the Reliant Robin? Yes, I did. Oh, indeed, Spark, and everybody that's watching, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Is it the day after right now? Yeah, I feel like maybe. It was good times. Good times. I had wonderful time seeing family, eating a lot of food, drinking a few drinks. It was, the drinks weren't so great because I don't process alcohol very well, but it was fun. It was fun. So I was saying that we've got the tugs up there, but let's go and have a look at this comet and see what class it is. It's debated at the moment whether this is fully on rails or whether this is something that we can move. It's a class F. Wow. But is it on rails? Is it movable? Am I tracking? It looks like I am tracking already. We're just going to keep an eye on it, basically. We're just going to keep an eye on it. When it gets to about here, I'm going to send a craft out to go meet it. Might take some time. 2 days, yeah. I'll be honest. I'm out from the schedule of university. I don't know. I don't know which way where we are in the calendar. What day it is? That's the word I'm looking for. I'm all out of sorts. How are we under acceleration? Why was it telling me it was under acceleration? Anyway, I was going to say that we've got these craft here. These can definitely take the part of little boosters, if you will, little tugs. I'm going to save it, and then we're going to release from here, and we're going to see what happens. Am I able to fly this little ship away? Hopefully we've got the RCS to do so. Yeah, okay, that's cool. We're just going to back up here before the rapidly spinning. Oh man, we're going to need to do something about the spin here. This might not be the best situation to find ourselves in. And now we want to go over that way. So that shouldn't be too difficult. We're just going to wait until we're pointed in the direction that we are traveling. This one right here. And then I'm going to try and nullify my speed by the most expedient method I have available to me. I suppose it wasn't the most expedient. I could really have used the... Oh man, I tell you what, we need to change my camera. I'm trying to figure out what orientation my vessel is. That's going to be awkward. That's going to be awkward. Where is our target in relation to this? Over there. Okay, right, down we go. Big old sails on this craft. It's going to make things very awkward when it comes to... okay, can I just use my rockets? Are these even on? Is that just one? Or do I have to do them all individually? Can I just stage? Okay, nice, here we go. We're just going to drift on over there. Everything greater than G is a comet. Okay, well, we'll have to go out and see what that's about anyway. It's a work in progress. Okay, I'll take a thing. And yeah, I saw the episode where they turned Robin Wright into a shark. I believe it didn't make it very far. Some might say not even, like, it wasn't far at all, was it? It was only a couple hundred meters or something like that. Which, don't get me wrong, I've never made a car travel any hundreds of meters through the air, so you know they're doing better than I've ever done. What is that? I've launched a rocket. I fired some fireworks. I've built some homemade rockets. Most of them just like kind of exploded on the floor. So does that count as flying? Just the debris of your craft escaping out the top of an explosion? I feel like that should count a little bit. The right Robin kaboomed. Yeah. Okay, I could really do with some tissue. I'm on the verge of getting over a cold, so I'm afraid you'll have to excuse me every now and then, and this is one of those times. Oh, various ways of making rockets. I always suggest that you check with your local constabulary for the legal status. Thankfully, when they did come to ask me questions, I was able to answer them all sufficiently, and I was allowed to go on about my day. Okay, so which one of these two are we gonna... We're gonna have to be going after this bottom one here, right? Because this top one is connected by the large connector. That might even be the one that we fly over next. It turns out we're not traveling very fast. Let's do something like that, shall we? We're only got 600 kilometers, 600 meters or so to travel, so it shouldn't be too far. Yeah, the special part of making rockets isn't so much knowing how to make the fuel or anything like that. It's actually knowing how to use the nozzle to kind of squeeze everything out. Gotta take control of Bernoulli's principle and stuff. Okay, I think this is going to go okay. We are lining up relatively well with it. I kind of would prefer it if we weren't pointed directly at it. In fact, I'm going to go make a little bit of a slow down burn to move myself to the side of a direct collision. I would very much, if I could avoid it, prefer not to hit directly. Looks like maybe my solar panel's going to get it anyway, so let's try a little orientation change here. Start bringing down our velocity somewhat. 2, 1, 0. I'm not going to go all the way to 0, but you know, we're pretty close. Pretty close. Can I retract this solar panel? Let's see if we can retract one. I don't have a safety panel on this particular craft, so it would behoove me to be aware of this. Okay, I'm just going to tether onto this one here. I should imagine. That's my plan anyway. That's... Ooh. An autosave? Okay, that's fine. I can live with autosaves. I actually want to target this center of mass. Okay, I suppose not. Pressing the wrong buttons. What a fool. What a fool. How is that not... Excuse me? There we go, there we go. I was wondering what was going on there. Okay, right, so now we are going to aim our cameras over here, and we're going to release... I'm going to release this one, and we're going to see what happens. Let's release. Boop. Nothing happened. Is this now flying free on its own? Is that what's going on? Let's try this one. Let's also disconnect this side. Can't disconnect that side. Wait, which one am I even controlling right now? Is this... Can I do it now? So there's 3 craft. Let's see if this one has... That one does not have the open close. This one... Okay, all right. Release that again. And which one are we control of now? It's rather hard to tell. Okay, there's this one. And I want to target that asteroid over there. This could be very awkward because I do believe we are pretty much out of monoprop on this craft. It's one of the reasons why I flew the tug over. What is going on with this field of VU? Okay, so we've... Which way is footwards? It's a problem with a symmetrical craft. You're never quite sure. Let's control from there. That looks to have done what we needed to. Rather than flying away, though, can we head towards? I would very much like to point towards the craft. It is, hello, not that way, but it's nice to know where that is. All right, that took us a bit of turning there. That took us a bit of turning. I'm hoping that we can just go like this, and then with the minimal use of monoprop, we should be able to get attached to this, and then fly via the magic of this one. Let's try that. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm going to control from here. We're going to target... Actually, you know what? I want to control from here, don't I? Then we target this. We just try and stop ourselves. Oh man, this is going to be crazy. Try and just dock over that way. I would actually be a lot happier if these two were in line with each other, but you know what? It's fine. I hope that's fine anyway. Looks like we're drifting towards that. It might not be fine. It might not be fine. see what happens if I do this. Okay, so I just want to line those up, and then hopefully that's now drifting me away from this. Yes, good. We'll figure out how to point this in the right direction now, I suppose, as we are drifting over. That was quite awkward. That was quite awkward. Alright, later, Sparks. Laters. Do I transfer all this monoprop over? Do we just leave it in that tank back there? That might be the way forwards. We do have actual rocket engines that we can use if need be. It's only 6 meters per second of actual delta V, but that might be enough for what we need. Also have a fair amount of monoprop. I don't know if it's like huge amounts, but hopefully it's enough to be getting on with. Enough to be getting on with. I'm gonna be trying to figure out what my premium camera angle is here. Like trying to look through. I mean, with the center of mass being all weird on this craft, it's going to be hard. If I aim camera there, can I just kind of ride this like this? Are we still in locked camera mode? That would also be handy. It doesn't like me aiming. Ooh. Wait a minute. What's going on here? Let's zoom out a little bit. Can I still aim camera here and be in locked? Is that a combination I can have? Does this do what I expect when I press the buttons? It does, actually. That's good. Try and turn this down and in. It's always nice to be traveling in the direction you want to travel, right? I think that's a plus. That's a plus. We got some long-term drifting to be going. Back to the story. The CASA, the KS, as in NASA, CASA. It was 1969 in Kerbin. All right. I think I know where this one is going, but I will enjoy it anyway, my friend. I will enjoy it. We need to be traveling a bit faster than this. I wonder whether getting this one to dock and go around the back might be a winner. For now, we'll just try it like this. I'm not sure what the ideal speed to be approaching is. It's gonna be awkward with this mass. I mean, just everything we're going to do is going to be slightly awkward thanks to the humongous weight that we are swinging around here. I just hope that everything can hold up. I mean, as it is, this craft here is more of a tug itself. We're going to be deorbiting this one. We want to have a couple more connectors like this. I like this a lot. This is just going to go and connect straight up to that rock. But both of these two rocks will need to have better connectors, because these ones are the ones that are going to make sure that we fulfill the part requirements and the amount of electricity and stuff like that. And more importantly, the number of Kerbals on board. I don't know. 1, 2, 3... Yeah, we're only going to have 3 connections, so maybe actually I miscounted. I was expecting to have a ring station when I first put the idea of this together, but I've since been considering how incredibly awkward it will be to try and put them into a ring, especially with one of them being so incredibly much larger than the rest. It would kind of be nice to have... Ooh, I'm not sure if I know how to do... in fact, I don't know how to do this in Kerbal without the appropriate robotics mods. But if we could somehow have the middle one being held by the ring of... so what I'm looking for, of habitation modules, you could have just like this central central hub. That would be really nice. That would be really nice, actually. We'll definitely give thought to that. Maybe for another station. Maybe a new configuration of this one. The Kerbal Aerospace Actions. Sounds like a group. Sounds like a group. I'm not sure what's a safe speed to accelerate to here, because of course we do need to try and bring ourselves back down to a relative 0 velocity Yeah, even trying to speed up makes it all a bit weird. Relative 0 velocity to touch each other. You reckon all the way up to 3 meters per second? I think they could definitely bounce off each other at 3 meters per second to be safe without causing any damage. But the claws are weird with their connections. If I bring this back, how far away are we now? The claws are kind of weird with the way that they form a connection. I want to burn up and over there somewhere. Yeah, loads of monoprop left. Okay, looking straight down the barrel, we are aiming for there. That's nice. That's nice. Can we not have this extra bit of stuff here, please? That's there. Thank you. 200 meters. Let's. This is nice. This is really nice. Now, I'd really like to be something like 120 degrees off, so we could make some sort of weird tetrahedral shape. But that, I mean, that sounds like a lot of effort for not so much payoff. Feel like that was causing some issues there. Do I want to start slowing down? I think I want to start slowing down. Kind of scared with all this pretty savage wobbling that's going on. Okay, let's stop this for a second. Let's try and rethink this through. Release. Oh no, what I actually need to do was transfer some monoprop across. Oh no, we'll F5. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. This one just needs to stop. Like, please, however you can, just stop shaking around. Do you think it's going to, or do you think it's just gonna cracking its way into look at that, it's got another 2 meters per second. I kind of don't like that. Let's turn that off. Let's turn that off. I feel like that was taking itself to a bad place. Right, I am not pointing with my camera in the correct way. In camera, man, this is reasonably intense, you know, reasonably intense. Would be very nice if this would stop, but it turns out that's just not on the cards. That is not on the cards. Oh, that was all my monoprop. All right, well, hype. Here we go. Turns out this was much bigger than I thought it was, and we're going to reload that save. Yeah. Am I about to crash? Should we watch a slow motion crash here? I don't know whether it is actually going to happen or not. No. Oh, are we actually gonna connect? Nah, it's not gonna connect. Did not have the monoprop. Should not have this. Oh, bump. All right. Not even going to do us the courtesy of having a decent explosion. I mean, what is this game anymore? Kerbal's changed, man. Kerbal's changed. Thankfully, easy enough to sort this out. Oh, if we could just hold steady for a moment, please. This one has a lot of monoprop, would you believe? If I get all of these tanks. No, wrong way. Lol. Just transfer a whole bunch of this fuel. Wow, this is slow. This is really slow. I don't think I want to transfer too much. Just bring this down to, I don't know, let's say 70. And then I should be able to now disconnect this. And if we can, hopefully get this lined up with that one. That would be very handy. That would then make it a lot more controllable. Hello, how are you doing? Process a bit of monoprop. Yeah, I mean, like this one wasn't really the trouble. Let's figure out how we're going to do this. Let's first target that. Let's also change my camera. That's what I'm trying to think. Now, am I going to be able to swing this out and round? Sure do hope so. There used to be a way of getting it to track the target. I think that's a higher level than I currently am. Because being able to track my target would totally help with just flying around to the back, pointing in the right direction. I think that's the way I want to look. Just travel backwards somewhat here. I want to connect, like, on that patch there. Do you reckon that patch there? I reckon that patch there. Back a bit more. We're going a bit fast, maybe. Okay, something like this. Looks good, right? It's not going to be perfect, but it'll be roughly in the same orientation. And contact. All right. Oh, that's a bit bananaed. But it's good. It's good. Right, so we're going to control from here. We just want to touch the rock. That's it. Simple as. Aiming the camera also very much helps. What is going on here? There's definitely a lot of button pressing going on. I'm not the one doing the pressing though. Are things wobbling? Are we not stable? Does it not like it? That's a shame, because when we flew this over, it was fine from here. See if we can just stop going around. You know, I was under some sort of weird delusion when I started this stream that maybe today would be the day we actually get to move on to something else. I'm not sure this is even going to go well. Okay, control from here and go forwards. Is this going to work? We're going very fast and I don't know why. I didn't make it go that. What happened? We've got explosions though. That's cool. What is going on with this? Answers on a postcard, please. All right, let's try it from the reload. Whenever I try and dock things, I end up getting so frustrated, I just make them crash down into Kerbin. Oh, hey, Pablito, welcome back. And yeah, I'm feeling that right now, my friend. I can tell you, I am feeling that. I don't know why. Yeah, maybe we're just too far out of line. Yeah, you ever get that where you're just too far out of line? I've had that. All right. Locked camera mode, by far the best way of docking and stuff. Let's then... Yeah. Try and just fly up and round the back. We'll do this in a series of slow, graceful maneuvers. Of course. That's kind of, you know, my middle name, slow and graceful. That's... Nobody's going to correct me on that one. Another thing I wanted to find out at some point was whether things could dock whilst not being the main craft. So if I had set these two up on a collision course, which, you know, to be fair, doesn't look too unlikely, Would the claw do its thing if it wasn't the focus ship? I don't know. I have no idea. And I don't think I'm good enough to find out. Honestly. Something like that angle. Hopefully this is... Oh, did they just collide? It's definitely suddenly swinging out of line. Well, okay. That's not what I want, but it's a thing. What is it even trying to do? Is it trying to settle out? I think it might be. This is kind of the place I want to attach to as well. Can you please just do what I want? Is that possible? Aim camera. There we go. That's better. That's better. I feel like the camera is messed up for me. Almost definitely. Free orbital chase locked. And we're just going to have to try and fly it from here. I mean, it's not too far off. I wonder whether that's worse, it being just slightly off rather than it being massively off, you know? Okay, if we could just settle our craft down into a somewhat standard position. Can I just go forwards from here? I really want to be able to say yes, you know? Oh, we're so far away. We're so far away. I'll just touch the thing. I need to turn this way. Oh, and we're there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Just one more to go now. Okay. All right. That's a thing, I suppose. Let's turn the RCS off before that does actually start doing some bad. Speaking of, I now want to get all the RCS out of here. These 1, 2, 3, 4. Not that there's much. And put it back in this little robo-tug. And we'll go get the last one. Wow, that was something. That was something. I probably should be able to just drive this one from here. We control from here. We arm. We aim the camera. And we're going there. Nice and simple. This craft have what it takes? Do we see any RCS engines on here? Yeah, there's actual engines on here. Maybe we do need the tug. We should be able to point easy enough. Okay, it's got no translate. It doesn't twist. It doesn't forwards or backwards either. Okay, fair enough. We are going to need the tug. How far are we drifting apart? 1.2 meters per second. That's not a bad level of drift, actually. Release. So if we could get the third one like up on this lump, I would be very happy. I would be very happy. I'm not counting my chickens yet because I'm not a very good pilot. Same time, challenge any of you to pull on this particular puzzle. Why is this spinning crazily? Is it because you've got the solar panel there? I think it might be. Okay, so this is it. This finally we'll be getting the last couple of bits on there before we have to start some weirdness, right? We're gonna have to try and figure out how we can first off fly past this craft, but then get more connectors up here. Collect space station science. Oh, Felmagfa, you are very true there. We should collect the space station science that we've got. There's a lot of it just sat there doing nothing. Okay, just drifting now. Just drifting. Hopefully this one should be a lot easier. I say that. We all know it's going to be just as difficult, right? Alright, 9 kilometers. We can use our engine now. We can... and I keep saying 9 kilometers where I just mean hundreds of meters. It's a bit unfortunate. So we just pass this over in a few seconds. Bob was ready to go. Nice. Oh, Bob. Oh, no. Bob was ready to go after being renamed after the Bob that lost his life in sacrifice. I mean, that's... touching, mate. Touching. Yeah, sorry. Trying to dock these together. Very intense. Turns out I gotta give it a remarkable amount of attention. What's that over there? That's gotta be Juna and. Now, do we think that's Jewel or do we think that is? Show names on mouse over. That's what I want. Brilliant. Minmus. It doesn't actually say. Doesn't actually. Did I not save that difference? Show names on mouse over. Do I need to click apply? And slow down before we start having some troubles. Jewel, it is Jewel. I thought it was Minmus. Okay. Okay, if we just let ourselves... Ooh. I was going to say drift past, but of course I then hit the wrong button. I was going to slow down, not completely stop. If we let ourselves drift past, and then whilst targeting the craft on the other side, drop down in between, we should be able to put ourselves in like prime placement, right? This was the first asteroid we got. Look, it's covered in docking ports and stuff. No, that's not what I wanted. I've only got 11 meters per second left. I need to be a much more gentle with this. Look at the numbers count down. this craft even going to be able to get home with the... Well, we can always just process some more fuel. Man, it's amazing. So if I'm looking over that way, right, I definitely want to burn over this way a little bit. Let's try and line the center of mass and target up. That's what I meant to say before I just completely lost the power of speech. Okay, that should be fine. I've got to remember to turn my RCS off in between burns. I think I got a fair amount. Ooh, actually, for moving this asteroid, I'm not sure. We can definitely process some more if need be, but ouch. Okay, target center of mass. Need a whole lot of stuff to just line up here, you know. That would be great if we could all just make everything line up well. I'm just gonna go for it. Getting a bit too low of fuel to be finessing too much. And I'm a little worried. What'd you do? You broke the fabric of reality. Well, you try and stitch it back together. Bubblegum and duct tape is my suggestion. Bubblegum and duct tape. Deploy the drill! Okay, so this guy here has had little bits of liquid fuel. This is why he couldn't go anywhere. He didn't have any liquid fuel. Okay, are we processing locks here? We are. Okay, that's good. Do we have any ore to be processed? We do. That's good. Let's once again extend this solar panel. And we're just going to try and fly our way over there. Ideally controlling from the front, but who knows how this is actually going to go down. I'm gonna make a little quick save. Hey, Leah Shen. Is that right, Sen? How's it going? Welcome. We are at the moment trying to connect our asteroids together. Unfortunately, I think I've spent all the fuel that I had allocated. Basically, I think that's what's happened here. Also, kind of wobbly. Let's turn that off. Let's swap over there. We've not gone out of physics range, so wobbling's going to carry on happening. What I was going to do was go, hey, can we auto-strut the heaviest part? And then maybe back here we'll auto-strut the heaviest part. And then from up here we'll also auto-strut the heaviest part. And I'm assuming that this asteroid in the middle is the heaviest part. Kind of has to be, right? Kind of has to be. So, do we wait the time? Or do we just send up a new launch? We've got 42 days until our Moho window. So trying to get this stuff together would be nice right now. The monoprop just does not have what it takes. In fact, we are about to run out. Okay, that's it. We're not on a collision course, but we are drifting towards. That's pretty good. I don't know how long it's going to take to process some of these fuels down, but it's going to be longer than we've got. Let's retract that drill. We're not processing what we got we're not processing what we've got fast enough anyway. turn that off as well. That doesn't need to be spending as we're making it. Do I just spend all of my focus on the monoprop? See if we can't make enough in time. We're just not, are we? I do, however, have a second one of these. Let's make another save. Because you might notice that its claw is buried pretty deep in the asteroid here. I'm going to also retract this solar panel just in case. The drills are all retracted, so let's just release. Okay, we've got a whole bunch of... Wait. What's going on here? Thank you. We've got a whole bunch of materials being produced here. Let's just make more monoprop. This whole craft is going to be running on monoprop, so we're going to go with that. And where's my target? Where are you, my beautiful, beautiful secondary asteroid? I don't think it's that one. No, that's the dart debris. Oh, there you are. 1.4 kilometers. That's quite a distance away. That's quite a distance away. Do you know a fun fact? What is your fun fact, my friend? What fun fact do I have for you in exchange? That most people like to say that the Earth will die when the sun turns into a red giant, when it gets all puffy and big and the outer layers of the sun eat up Mercury and Venus, and probably at that point it might even eat up the surface of the Earth. But actually, the super fun fact is the sun is actually just getting hotter all the time, just because of the processes that keep the sun alive. And so actually, it's going to get uninhabitably warm here way before the 5 billion years of the red giant. It's only going to take, a couple of 100 million years instead. Is that a nice fun fact? Until the seas start boiling away and we lose all the hydrogen to the solar wind and Earth gets turned into an uninhabited rock. That is, of course, if future humanity doesn't do something about it. You could build fake magnetic fields. You could move the Earth. If you got a whole bunch of asteroids and did close flybys of the Earth, kind of doing the inverse of a gravitational slingshot. You could move the Earth up out of the gravity well of the sun. I don't think you could ever leave. I don't think you could ever leave the gravitational pull of the sun like that. I think you'd run out. I mean, if you're using Jupiter to slingshot the Earth out, no problem. You'd barely move Jupiter. You'd move Jupiter quite a bit. But I need to do a calculation. How much would you... a short coming to you soon. We'll figure out how... If you were to use the Earth as a spaceship and slingshot it around Jupiter, how much would you move Jupiter? Like that... I want to know. Do you guys want to know? Could Jupiter just decide that the Earth needs to leave the solar system and it could do it without bothering? I think so. Like, Earth is a minuscule amount compared to Jupiter. Okay, we still got a kilometer to go. This thing also has liquid fuel, right? Apart from the engines aren't on. Let's speed this up. Let's speed this up. So yeah, that's my fun fact. What was your fun fact, Spark? What other fun facts do I have? The thing is, I'm like full of fun facts. I just don't know. I don't know how to pull them out at the right time. Which is a bit rubbish, really. I should be able to pull out any and all facts at whatever I like. That when an asteroid hits the surface of a planet, it doesn't destroy in the way you would imagine to. It like literally explodes. That's why all craters are circles. Veritasium dropped that one a couple of days ago, but I already knew it. So okay, here we go. I'm traveling far too fast. There we go. Know how to stop your spacecraft, people. Let's try and get this in tandem with that. Do you reckon that's a good idea? If we can, let's locked here. So I need to travel upwards. Let's travel upwards and try and hitch a ride on the back of this rock. Well, rather we're gonna move this rock. So I need to align our solar panels. Of course, we don't want to have a clash of solar panels. Nothing more embarrassing than trying to help push an asteroid and you just clashing your solar panels. Something like this. We want to go up a bit more. Let's turn that off and push down. Push our nose down so that we're roughly lined up with the orientation we want to attach to. Maybe actually we've come over a bit too far right. You know, if that's one thing I'm known for, it's being far right. Really not. Okay, are we going to be able to slow down here? Are we actually going to be able to do the thing that we want to do? I sure do hope so. The thing I need to watch out for is that I don't line these two up together, because we are currently targeting the back of this craft, and if I line those two up, that means that I will be traveling in the same direction as I'm targeting, and I'll end up smacking into that rather than into the asteroid. Don't mind too much if I smack into the asteroid. Oh, autosave. If I smack into the asteroid, but I'd prefer to actually gently approach it. Like this. Maybe? Oh wait, bring my face up just a little bit more so I'm more in line with the craft beside me. Okay, alright, so far so good. So far so good. Let's extend this solar panel. Man, this is a mission, guys. This is a mission. Control from here, of course. Hopefully that's where we're controlling from anyway. And now we need to try and point our faces up this way. And the real question is, do we have enough monoprop to be able to lift our... That's what I'm looking for. Lift our trajectory to meet that. I sure do hope so, because that's kind of the whole point. Go, craft, go. Okay, we're kind of doing it, guys. Kind of doing it. Like that. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. It's a very slow drift. I think we're going to have to try and induce a little bit fasterness there. But all in all, doing well. How much monoprop do I have left? Oh, loads. You know, loads. We'll go all the way up to 2 meters per second and then time accelerate our way forwards. Might take, you know, best part of a day to get there, but it will mean that when we actually get there, we're not braking hard and being like, oh my gosh, how are we actually going to bring these together? These tugs, remarkably good. Remarkably good. I should definitely use them for more stuff. It'd be nice if I could figure out a way of making sure that I got the craft like perfectly aligned left and right, you know, on each side of the asteroid. I don't know how you would even begin to start doing that, to be honest, though. If anybody has any ideas, let me know, because it's a problem that I've been having for a long time. Like a long time. Man, I really that's the dark patch right there that I want to attach to, and we're not really going to attach it there, approach it in the right angle, are we? I mean, I shouldn't give up on my dreams. Don't let my dreams be dreams. We can totally get there if we want. Ooh, another autosave. We must have crossed some sort of threshold to bring this all into like reality, if you will. This is all like loaded up in physics. There's Eve over there. Nice. Never Never been able to return anything from Eve. Point the prograde marker at the target marker. The problem... Yes. Yeah, alright. Let's do it. Yeah. Can we... We can't enter the... we can't... What's the word that I'm looking for? We cannot target the center of mass of the system yet. Which, honestly, I'm not sure where the center of mass of this particular system is. Like, it's a messy one. It's a messy one. Like, do I want to try and connect where the tourists are at the bottom? Is that where I want this to go? Because this is a permanent fixture now. This one, I think. You target the asteroid, yeah. There we go, that one. And thankfully, because the Class E asteroid is just so humongously huge, it's actually the center of mass is well within the center of this Class E asteroid. It's a Class E asteroid, lol. Okay, let's let this point where it needs to point. You know what? I think we're nearly... Do I actually want to slow down at this point? I did just speed up, but I'm worried. I think what I need to do as well is get a Kerbal engineer out who can apply some struts. I think some struts would probably go down quite well. $100 meters to go. Let's time accelerate this. You can't use struts in EVA. Can you not use them with the building mode? I was fairly sure you could put stuff down like that. Okay, let's... Oh look, dark point. I mean, I kind of want it to be on the other one, but this will be fine. Feels fast. Wibbly wobbly. So, wow. Okay, that's good. We've got some good connections going. All right, that's amazing. What are we missing? Let's have a look. We're missing lights. We're missing the crew capacity. Well, here we go. Spark, can you not be trying to pull people away from my stream for your stream, please? This is not very cool, man. It's not very cool. So this tourist, unfortunately, didn't get to have a wonderful time as a tourist because we didn't bring a pilot with us, and that to me seems a little bit weird. You know. Why do we always need the pilot? So, we're going to have to bring these guys back. I can't actually connect to this. What is going on here? Release. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. And we'll just spin this round. We'll just bring this guy home. Do we have no way of actually controlling this? What is this? Why can we not go retrograde? Hello? Everything should be fine. This is not the one with the... Wait, Am I looking at the wrong craft? What is going on? I think maybe this many vehicles connected together is causing a little bit of trouble. I mean, I'm alright with that. That's fun. All fun and games. But it's kind of awkward. Kind of awkward. Let's disarm this. And can I just... deorbit this way. Activate that engine. Okay. Now, do we want to try and pinpoint this landing? Doesn't look like there's many places to pinpoint to. If I went straight down, we could probably do it. Let's also go normal while we're at it. So something like this. I want to try and pull myself down into a bit more of a what's the word I'm looking for? A flatter orbit equatorially. Though that said, I think I'm just going to stop us. I think I'm just going to stop us and move straight on to the next bit. Now, can we get... Hey, Obscure Reference. Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. Can we get ourselves this contract done, the tourism one? Let's go up here. Bop, bop, bop. Whilst going to connect the connectors. Yeah, we must be able to. We must be able to. Retract the solar panel. Retract the solar panel. We're just going to go for a ballistic landing. What is wrong with it? Look at that. I think that I got my horizon nicely lined up with the planet, right? Look at this. Left, right, left, right. But none of this is lined up right. What is this? What is this? Anyway, I want to make sure that all of my parachutes are well separated from everything else, because I do not want to jettison all of this craft here. There's no need to. There is no need to. And hopefully we can land with the parachutes that we've got. I am pretty much all the way on the other side of the planet though, so maybe if we're here, I can add a maneuver, because we've got a lot of fuel. I know I've got a lot of fuel, so I should be able to bring us to a stop. So, something like so. That should help me a lot. That should help me a lot. Let's just see how this this small aero brake works out for us. Of course, with the interesting geometry of my tanks here, we will be pinwheeling pretty hard. Some say it's a bug. I like to say it's a feature of my craft. It definitely wasn't intentional when I put it down, but man, it's great fun. Pull up some G's whilst we're spinning around quite fast. It's definitely not what I would want from my tourism space flight, but you know, this is the service we provide here at Twitchi Airways. Is it Twitchi Spaceways? Spaceways. I'm really looking for things to start getting hot. I don't think it's going to happen, unfortunately, but I would like. How deep are we cutting here? 57. Let's not even bother. I'm going to time accelerate my way through this as fast as possible. There is no need for that. Oh, I'll tell you what, there's no need for this though. Let's get that camera sorted. There we go, beautiful. Pinwheeling. That's what it's all about. As long as I can keep myself roughly pointed towards my retrograde. It should actually do it all on its own now. Now that we're starting to pick up some rotations. This friction probably helps the craft to slow down. You don't know, you're not a rocket scientist. Yeah, I mean, you'd hope, right? You'd hope. Let's, no, you can't really see the red lines from that. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. We're almost on our way back out the other side as well. I mean, it's nice. Nice. Once we've settled down, I'm just going to... Trying to aim up ×4 acceleration is always interesting. There we go, something like that. Alright, great. Does this maneuver node put me where I think it's going to put me, though? No. Alright, great. That's exactly what I wanted. Thank you. Let's pick up some speed and pick up the angle. Maybe not so much speed. Oh, I don't know. Angle more. Something like that one. I think maybe this is where we want to be. Let's do this maneuver. Let's do this maneuver. You're a rocket scientist, kinda. I mean, by the same token, I'm kind of a rocket scientist. At least I can do the thing. The problem is, most rocket scientists, the actual rocket scientists, are not scientists. They're engineers. They're the guys doing the real magic. They're taking, you know, the materials that we think of as the everyday and making it like resist the most ridiculous forces that we can actually produce, right? Short of throwing it in an actual explosion, it's probably the most punishing materials-wise situation that we can possibly come up with. And somehow we're just like, yeah, pump some cold fuel through it. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Wait, it's not a blast off. It's make that burn. Okay, we're definitely coming home today. We have had a change of camera angle. Why is this like constantly selected here? Oh well, we'll let it be selected. You can be center of the show. This is one of my debris collectors. I should really rename them. make it a little bit more obvious. I asked out to the chat for names. That's always a little bit worrying. 180. I mean, looks pretty good, right? Looks pretty good. I think that's going to bring us in for a nice landing. I should hopefully now have all my parachutes like deployed. No, disarm. Okay, I guess I'll do it manually because I don't want to drop my tanks, as I've been saying. I wish I could. I suppose I could put like an empty stage in between. That would do the work. That would do the work. But it's all right. We've got this now. We've got this now. All right. Let's just bring it down. Look, there's the desert. Look, there's an airfield right there. I think it's there. And here we go. Oh, look at the mountain range. We are coming down pretty hard, actually. I'm a little bit worried about our angle of attack. Thankfully, got a lot of fuel in this thing. So if need be, we can slow us. I'm going to hit F5. Let's try not to kill my tourists, shall we? I do have a tendency to kill a lot of my tourists. This is an unfortunate effect of being in my space program. We're coming in pretty heavy. Pretty hard. I'm starting to spin up. That's cool. Okay, now we're slowing down. A little bit worried about the heat. Let's just burn off some fuel. Quick, we're worried about the heat. Set fire to something. Okay, let's see how this works. This is nice. Let's get rid of this nav ball. Yeah. This is definitely how I want to return from space. God, could you imagine, like, your hands would fill up with blood, right? Oh, look. We've got some little G meters there. That's cool. Like, things would just be thrown out sideways. Look at that. Whoa. It's crazy. Oh, we lost one. We had a G meter. What happened to my tank? Two of my tanks just got ripped off. We are in an uncontrolled tumble. Well, I mean, it's a minorly controlled tumble. We would prefer this to be more controlled tumble. Okay, 6 kilometers up. Let's actually switch to the height off the floor. Still 6 kilometers, but still. I might put my SAS on now. I feel like that's just getting a little bit over the top. Let's hit retrograde as well if we can. This should just slow us down nicely. Obviously, the force being imparted by the fuel tanks is pretty heavy, but we've got a lot of SAS units on here as well. Oh, do we? Actually? Ooh. Well, if we didn't have the parachutes, we would have hit the ground by now, so things are going well. Interesting that the second tank took so much longer to hit the floor than the first. I wonder, like, what angle it got ripped off, you know? Must have been quite a heavy one. Looks like there's only 3 drogue chutes, but I can tell you there are definitely 4 there. Moving 39 meters per second. Pretty slow for moving at 1.4 kilometers in the air. Let's get rid of that now. There's no need to not to have our speed limited like that. What is this? Do you see that? What is that? Is that one of the breaking ground targets? We should totally go and do some of those at some point when we're finally finished with this asteroid casino. Would be nice, right? Would be nice. There's the KSC. Look at that. Look at that. We could see the KSC without having to zoom in or do anything funny. I think that's a winner right there. That's a winner right there. Wow. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. This is the bit of Kerbal that they really need to work on. Just this slow drift from 1 kilometer down to 0. Like, fair enough, I can time accelerate it, but it's still really long. Like, really long. Half a minute, something like that. And does the squad really expect us just to wait around? I mean, I think Squad, the original game, yeah, probably. They do expect us just to wait around. But I hope Private Division are going to do something better for Kerbal too. Let's recover that vessel. You missed a fiery re-entry. It was nothing major. You got the spark engine. Great idea. Let's load the KSC. Now, a tiny little asteroid shooting game would be great here as well. You know, you have like Kerbin going around a sun with an asteroid, and you get to fire little bullets off of Kerbin to try and hit the asteroid. That's a good idea for a game. That's a good idea for a game. I would like to have that. No science, of course, no science, but we got 97.5% recovery. It's only 15 grand, but you know, that's good. Tourist leveled up. I didn't know my tourist could level up. Okay, that's great. That's I was unaware that was a thing. Okay, so we need to lift 2 boosters. So we're going to have 2 flights on the go now. Do we send them together? Do we? So if we send one early and we send another one late, we should be able to launch the first one, set it on its way, and then what do we call it? It's Casino Connector Royale. There we go. This is the craft we're going to send, all on its lonesome question mark. I mean, let's open this up. Do we have a pilot? We have a pilot. Okay, then we're going to send the tourist. Hopefully, that's all we need to do to actually meet the requirements of this particular. Where are you? There. This passengers on board. The pilot one. The pilot doesn't need to be in control, right? They just need to be on board. Let's launch and have a look. There's a mod that will help you with 90-year-long wait. It's got better time warp. Yeah. I'm not sure how better time warp deals with the landing process, though. It's amazing when you're going to Elu. No matter who you are, no matter what route you take, going to Elu takes forever. I think I've only been there once, full stop. Like, you know, I don't think it's something that I've done very often. You know, like the surface of Eve. Okay, we got some things that look pretty bouncy there. Let's auto strut. What happens when you auto strut to the heaviest part and then it itself is indeed the heaviest part? Random, please use Casino Royale. Yeah, that's the one. I'm glad that took on the name. Set that as target, and we've got some time to wait. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's Kerbin as the focus, not the target, so that as Kerbin spins round underneath all the orbits that go on, we can wait and see where our launch site is relative to all of that. Now, how early do you think I should launch my craft, given that I want to send 2 of them up? I think that it tries to find the heaviest particle in itself. Okay, I could definitely see that being true. I'm not sure. I haven't I haven't tested this, but I could see that being right. Okay, I think this is good. From here, we want to go northeast. Northeast. All right, and here we go. 3, 2, 1, fire. Oh, it's heavy. Oh, it's heavier than it should be. I'm sure we took off much better than this last time. Are these all engines on? There's no engine in the middle. Okay, well, I mean, here we go. We're on our way. Northeast, right? That's over this way. I'm going to try for a 45 degree, and we'll just see where we go from there. We're burning through our solids quite nicely. I would like us to have jumped with just a little more expedience. I would have loved to have actually been going with about 1.5 Gs rather than just under 1. But you know, that's fine. We'll live with it. We'll live with it. I feel like I need to just pull up a bit. Like we're not quite on the right line. Look, the pink marker is kind of where we're headed towards, right? Kind of. When this gets up to maybe 150, I'm gonna hit pro grade, but I might regret that almost instantly and switch back to stability assist. 150, let's see. Let's go. Is it going to be good enough? Are we going to be able to pick up enough speed as we are falling sideways to make this worth it? No, we're not. All right, so through a series of small adjustments, I'm going to be holding myself up at, I don't know, what angle do we reckon this is? I mean, that's much over 45. We're not much under 90. So I'm going to say somewhere about an 80, 70 degree angle, something like that. I'm sure, actually, there's 70 right there. Let's hold ourselves down at 70. It must have been 75, something like that. It does tell us on the nav ball, so I should be making more and better use of that. We're going to go pro grade now, moving best part of, well, over the speed of sound right now. We are working our way up to a nice stage. Uno momento. Be interesting to see if all the staging is set up as we expected it. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, nice. Good deployment of the solids. I don't think we're ever going to get to the point where we're actually able to recover those solids. Maybe in multiplayer games. I think that would be something that I would like to do, like, maybe not whilst I'm streaming, but whilst being like just an extra player on a server. I'd like to help recover people's second stages, you know, the boosters. I reckon if I just like go, I'll watch it. I'll take it back. Ice cream and brain freeze. I mean, brain freeze is the whole point of having an ice cream, is it not? I kind of thought it was. Okay, we appear to be going at roughly the right angle. 8.9. Do I need to pull up or pull down at this point? If I go over here. Oh, that's got worse. How about if I go over here? That's getting better. Okay, so we'll steer towards the side where it's getting better. How does that make people feel? I think it should be fine. I think it should. We're never going to get down to zeros because we didn't take off from a 0, but we should be pretty well lined up. 6.9, nice. 6.5 doing well. This is probably the part that I struggle with any inclined orbit. It's trying to make my two craft get together quite nicely. Unfortunately, that you can only ever make these 0 from the ascending or descending nodes. Just like think about it. If you could only twist something from a point, unless the 2 points happen to be the same, they're never going to actually meet up. That was a terrible explanation. I'll give you some more terrible explanations later. 4.7 degrees. We are only marginally moving this, so let's see what happens if we turn. I'm worried also, actually, now that I think about it, about the aerodynamics. But you know what? That's fine. We're at 65 kilometers up. Aerodynamics are a concern for people lower to the ground than I am right now. 4.2 degrees. Let's keep going. Oh, we've gone too far. We've gone too far. Maybe the 4 degree marker was as far as we could go. So I'm now going to just like level out, and we're just going to fly and try and get one of our either apoapsis or periapsis, well, it's going to have to be the apoapsis, up to the same height as Casino Royale, which is currently 1.9 million meters. So it's 1,000, near enough 2,000 kilometers up. Okay, that should be easy. That should be easy. Look at that angle of flight. That's amazing. Excuse me. Hopefully we've got enough enough oomph to get where I need to go. We've got a lot of distance here to be able to speed up my orbit. There are definitely situations where I've seen this amount of orbit and gone, oh no, I'm not making it to space today. So always a sad day when you don't make it to space. But I think this one is definitely making it. I'm not sure what we're going to do. Does this all have fuel in it? This does all have fuel in it. Okay, that's cool. So this can fly on its own. I'm minorly shocked. Minorly shocked. So if we actually tilt it up like this, I kind of want my periaps to stay buried in the atmosphere. It's not going to happen, unfortunately, but then we could just drop those tanks. Things would work out well, but man. I like the way Trajectories is really not having a great day. If I'd gone further upwards, it would have been much better, but we're about to burn out. The periaps is 50 kilometers. Oh, stop. We've actually gone a little high. And you know what? With the 20 meters per second we've got left, I'm going to spin up, let these guys go, and then hopefully we can just turn them around. Slow down and up. Pop on my parachutes, very important. Pop those parachutes. Don't think we're going to be able to slow down enough to make this a nice job, but we're good enough. Good enough. Let's just burn the last of my fuel. Like that. Great. Jump on to the next one. Alright, great. Turn this around. Pop my parachutes. The problem with trying to return 4 boosters at once is you do very much have a repetition problem, right? It would be nice. I mean, Landstrider has been trying to get me onto the single stage, not SSTO, just a single launching stage. You know, all of this breaks off as well as the central core, and I can definitely see why he suggests. What mod do I use for the trees? It is Parallax mod. It does not just trees, but it also does surface texturing on the moon. Does it do, or is that scatter clouds? Not clouds on Mimas, but like fog on Mimas. But it makes every planet very much more beautiful. Very much more beautiful. There's going to be some pretty fierce re-entries as well. We'll see how this handles, because they're all set to be able to come back and not worry about it, right? So, these guys up here, I want you to add maneuver. We'll figure out what the maneuver actually is that needs to be done. I mean, no. Wait. Bring this down here. My engine off, yeah. Okay, there we go. Now we're fine. I was a little bit worried then for a second. It was telling me that I didn't have any fuel. This is definitely an issue. Can we wait till next orbit? Is it better next orbit? Oh, wait. Can we clear that? Things are going wrong. Okay, let's try again from the beginning. Let's add the maneuver and then click to next. There's so much going on at this point in my orbit. So much. And you right click that and then just wait, can we do it down here? Can we do it down here? Okay, yes we can. That's good. There's a rendezvous. I'm looking at the purple one at the top. Man, that is strong. The purple marker at the top of my screen. I will try and show it to you. This one and this. It's tough. It's tough. There's a lot of stuff going on, and I don't know how best to frame it at the moment. But 11 kilometers. There we go. Make an alarm. Maneuver. Connector 1. And we'll actually rename this Royal Connector 1 so we know which craft it is. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Where is my robot? It's up here. Wait, let's just make sure the robot doesn't run out of electric charge at any point. Tell me that number's going up now. Yes, great. Okay. Open this up. Actually, can I rename it from here? Is this got a rename vessel? No, it doesn't. All right. You gotta connect. Click on one of the control points to be able to actually rename your vessel. Yeah. Going well today. Going well today. 1. Accept. All right, great. Let's just double check that we have everything we need. Yeah, okay, to bring this guy where we need to go. All right, that sounds pretty good. Are we ready for a next takeoff? Next flight? Where is? Oh, you know, we really should actually go. Space Center, let's go again. How do I spell the mod with tree? P-A-R-A-L-A-X. Maybe double L? I'd have to type it out. Oh, hang about. I could do it here. Have a look in the chat. It's actually Parallax 2.0 now, if that helps you not get scammed. Parallax is super, what's the word I'm looking at? Famous now, so there could very well be dodgy sites out there. Dodgy sites are everywhere, my friend. Using CCAN, good shout. I actually highly recommend everybody does that to install their mods. It's the way I manage my mods. Also tells you when things are up for upgrade and stuff like that. It's actually really handy. It's based on, I think it's a Linux distribution system or something like that. If not Linux, so it's something very similar. Every time I say Linux now, I'm like, have I got that right? Is it Linux? Who knows? A lot of the mods you want are not there. So what you need to do is go to like settings and compatible game versions and click whatever mod version it is. Not mod version, game version. Because Kerbal will take a lot of old mods and just run them anyway. It's pretty good like that. It's pretty good like that. Set that as target. I want to stay relatively vertical this time. Let's see if we can't do it. 3, 2, 1, go! Man, why does this struggle so much? We're just gonna stay at about 5 degrees. Let's just stay there. I am mildly surprised. I don't remember it being quite such a struggle last time we used this craft. I was fairly sure it just went for it. At some point, I need to go around and put a flag at all the monoliths. It's something that I've not done in a long time. Like they've added many more monoliths and Easter eggs and stuff like that since I last went around and checked them all out. So I mean that's one of the wonderful things about the Kerbin access, though, right? Okay, so now that we're about 150 meters per second, I'm going to bring this down to 10 degrees. Oh no, this is 20 degrees. We were at 10 degrees earlier. Turns out 5 degrees, much smaller angle than you think it is. Whereas, much smaller angle than I think it is anyway. And I would say, well, actually, I work in radians and stuff now. But actually, whilst I calculate in radians, I very much think that a right angle is 90 degrees, not like pi over 2. I love this fact. Do I need NASA supercomputer? No. I mean, NASA needs the supercomputer because it's got some big numbers to crunch, and like the way the people crunch numbers with things called like differential equations, it's very weird. You need the supercomputer. There's like guessing involved You just have there's a certain number of formats the equations can take, and you just give it a go, and like you generally hit the right version. I need to stage. Woo! Okay, so far so good. We're much further out now. Look, I mean, like, look at this. This is the distance it took me to be able to take that craft off. So really, we should have been all the way over here when we launched, and then we could have had a spread on both sides. But that's fine. That's fine. We again are going about 2 million meters up. If we look over here, we get a little reading. We're just about to break the top of the atmosphere with our apoapsis. Oh, we're in tiny camera mode. I wish I knew why it did tiny camera mode. It just takes us all the way out, zooms all the way out for us. And like that's cool, yo, but I prefer not to. I'd prefer not to. All right, is this actually making things better? 17, 16. Okay, this is good. I'm not sure what the minimum we're going to be able to bring it down to is, but I would like to get us there as quick as possible, as the descending node is... well, either node is quite a hard one to change when your circle's big. Though at the same time, it does cost less fuel when your circle's big. It just you gotta be more precise with your time. 5, 4. I mean, this is looking pretty good. When these two get close together, I'm just gonna have to swing around here and just take that as good enough for now. Take that as good enough for now. This one might actually end up getting there faster than the other craft. I'm taking a much more aggressive flight style. Let's rename this to 2. Thank you. All right, we are in orbit. Yo, you can hear the noises, the songs of space. The songs of space. Hey, the connector's got pretty close to being in orbit with the craft. Okay, that's cool. So they're not actually going to be hitting the atmosphere until much later. Much later. We need to follow them. We need to make sure they actually do leave. Can't have weird little boosters hanging around for too long, you know? Weird. Okay, this is going to take some time though. This is legitimately going to take some time. Are we going to be able to get all the way up there? I sure do hope so. On the fuel that we have just in the boosters. There are fuel reserves on our central core. I'd like to be most of the way up at that point, if possible. My apoapsis is currently 1,500 kilometers. 1.5, who says that? Do you need Copernicus for the parallax mod to work? I don't know, maybe. Parallax does normally tell you. Copernicus is great anyway. If you want planet packs, Copernicus is the one. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to do anything bad. Is that better? Is that a good way of saying? Man, this is a long burn. This is a long burn. I don't think we're actually gonna... maybe this one's actually coming back home. We'll find out. Yeah, I've never tried them without. I've been using Copernicus for other reasons since forever ago. So yeah, I don't know if they can exist separately or not. Oh man, and we're gonna run out of fuel now. Okay, that's cool. I mean, as it is, we can fly this other craft. One, go. I want to set these boys up for the re-entry. Didn't save any fuel, did I? No. I wonder if... No, we haven't got any hidden fuel tank anywhere. That's what I'm wondering, where we got a hidden fuel tank. But almost definitely not. Let's open this up. I told that guy to look backwards, but I don't know if that's the direction I actually want to look. So these ones are these bottom engines. Let's go over there, turn them on. Oh man, it's going to take a while. I thought that last one was going to take a while. It's going to take even more of a while. But we are burning both. And we've got 2.6 kilometers of fuel. So hopefully on my way up there... Oh man, are we going to have to time accelerate this up? I think we are. Oh look, my craft is nearly up there. We might have to... Oh no, he's doing a second round. It's alright, he's fine. He's fine. I remember now. We did have this random craft that we need to use in some mission as well. Well, my engine is not fast enough to overcome the downwards drag of gravity. If we were just pointed upwards, this would not be good enough. But thankfully, we're going sideways, and we've got all this time to try and build up extra speed. Which still might not make it. Is this one really coming back home? Just because I wanted to take a steeper angle? I mean, I knew it would cost me some fuel, but this much? Really? Mild shock. Mild shock. It's not the end of the world. Like, we can launch another one of these. I mean, even if I wanted to right now, I could revert the flight. I'm not going to. Not going to. I think we've got enough money to be able to absorb this particular impact if we need to. It's interesting how my fuel meter keeps like deciding that it doesn't know every now and then whether we've actually got 0.5 or 0.6. You know, the numbers seem a bit wishy-washy. Wish you luck so you can play KSP and not blue screen. Good luck, my friend. Good luck. I mean, if you're playing with mods that don't appear on the list for your current version, that might be why they're blue screening. It could be that those mods are trying to call a function that doesn't exist in the game anymore, and it just goes, I don't know, and crashes like that. That's totally a modded thing, you know. I don't think we're making it to space. Well, I mean, like, we're technically in space, but we're not making it to orbit. Turns out these positional thrusters, not the winners. How long is it going to take me to, like, make my way down there at full throttle? I cannot go any faster than we're currently travelling, unfortunately. Again, better time warp would definitely save us at this point. I'm very interested about what this is going to actually do, though. Let's bring down the speed so that I can look down towards the horizon. It's kind of one of the best places to be adding speed. But yeah, look how slow our periapsis number is going up. Almost definitely not going to make that all the way up. Giving some real thought to just aborting this mission and going back. Hang about, revert to launch. It's there, so let's do it. We know how to do this better, so let's do it better. I just was far too steep. Even though that is actually what I wanted, so I need a better rocket. Sometimes you just, like, I know that there are plenty of actual space agencies out there that would love a redo button. If they could just go revert to launch. Though I am giving thought in my next, in my Kerbal 2 playthrough, because of course there's going to be one, to doing like an Iron Man, you know, not, oh, I hit switch 2 when I wanted target. Not going back on my saves or anything like that. Obviously I would like the ability to, in case we call game glitch, especially in early access, right? If we're doing stuff and suddenly everything just turns a funny shade of purple and the Kerbals hit the wall and explode, maybe at that point I would hit a reload. But for the majority of the time, I would not be loading previous saves. I kind of hate this. Not cafe addiction, no thank you. Alright, let's just go back to the Space Center. We'll do it this way. Your PC has almost no space. You have a bunch of mods. Alright. I am also tempted with Kerbal too. If now you could either say it Principia or Principia. It all depends on what your position on Latin is. But the I call Principia. If that mod is available on KSP2 nice and early, I might just go ahead and do the crazy and like do actual orbital dynamics. Yeah. Yeah, Principia is a mod that I wish I had taken more advantage of. It allows you to do things like Lagrange points. All Kerbal players want to have Lagrange points if they know what they are. It's points where gravity balances. You can imagine, like, you know, when you're around Kerbin, if you weren't in orbit and you just let go of a thing, it would drop down towards Kerbin, right? Or if you're around the sun, not in orbit, just floating there magically above the sun. If you let go of something, it will drop down towards the sun. And you can imagine that there's a point where those two hills, if you will, where you let go of the ball and it rolls down towards either Kerbin or the sun. There's a point where they balance out in between, right? And you could let go of the ball and it just doesn't know which way to go and just kind of wobbles around like a bee excited about telling its mates where some flour is. Set as target. Beautiful, beautiful. They're called Lagrange points. The one I explained is the easiest to explain. There's ones where like the centrifugal force balances out, and yeah, there's some really interesting Lagrange points. The ones that are like 60 degrees off, I don't understand why they exist. So if you zoom all the way out, if you was to draw an equilateral triangle, boom, 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 right, from here down to the sun, and then the same distance around the orbit, and then back to the sun. These 2 points of the equilateral triangle, in front and behind, are also points where gravity all balances out. I have no idea why. I just know that they exist. I don't know any intuitive explanation for saying, oh, you know, as you spin round, this happens. Long stream? No. No. We're still 20 minutes short from what we normally are. 20 minutes short. Okay, let's spin around. It's kind of weird that we've technically met all the objectives, but we now need to get everything up to make sure we meet all the objectives. It's a bit weird. Like, we've got a whole bunch of lighting and like living space and stuff we need to make sure is up there. I do like the solid decouplings that happen with this. Let's keep looking down. I think this is quite an amazing view for any rocket. I think it's one of the better ones we can take. Why don't we have in real life drone? No, you shouldn't have drones flying in front of rockets. They'll never be able to keep away, and then they'll just get munched up. Okay, so let's zoom back in. Yeah, Lagrange points are very interesting. It's where the what's the word? James Webb is currently chilling out at Lagrange 2. We need to do a stage. Nice. The second Lagrange point So I was talking about the one in between the sun and Kerbin. There'd be somewhere around here where it all balances out. Well, there's one on the other side, about the same distance away, where the fact that you're spinning around in circle, you know, like if a bucket of water would stay, or sorry, the water would stay in the bucket if you're spinning around. That's the same force that balances out with all the gravities, and you get a little gravitational dead spot over here, and of course because the Earth is in between the sun and the telescope, it helps keep it cool. I mean, the shadow of the Earth is tiny. The biggest factor is actually the fact that the radio communications are all back there, and you don't have to worry about them. James Webb would be overwhelmed with the brightness of Earth. We've got a lot of light being made, and I'm not just talking like visible light, but there's a lot of radio light and stuff like that we make here, let alone all the infrared, which of course is what the James Webb is mostly viewing stuff in infrared. I say mostly, it's got some other capabilities, but infrared is definitely its go-to, and mostly its other capabilities are just spectroscopy, a word that I struggle with, despite the fact that I think it's so very, very important. Okay, 84 kilometers. Are we going to be able to actually get this up to any decent height? I don't know. We're going to just carry on trying to fly. I guess right now we're just going to fly prograde. We're just going to send this on the same trajectory that the other guy went on. We know that's a good flight profile, right? We know that's a good flight profile. Sounds of orbit again. Do I want to save some fuel so we can deorbit these a little bit quicker? I'm tempted. The problem is I'd need to stop burning my engines so I could do them all together. Let's do it. Cross. Turn that off. Turn that off. Alright. Just these top little couplers here. I think these are a good place to save a little bit of fuel to be able to bring all these boosters home nicely. Hopefully we are even going to get into orbit here. Hopefully this will just be a nice, easy takeoff. We did kind of want to make sure that we were not... I don't know, maybe we'll hold it here. Maybe we'll hold it here. So we could follow the prograde and make an absolute perfect insertion burn. Super efficient, best way we could do it. But we'd also end up with a slightly more circular orbit, which sounds great until you remember that we need to drop off the boosters into the atmosphere. So I feel like if I actually go stability assist here, we'd be following this same pathway. We might end up meeting the Casino Royale a little bit earlier, but it does mean our periapsis will stay somewhere around here. I hope. I hope. Let's see how it goes from here. Let's see how it goes from here. I feel like we're going, you know. I feel like we're going to be fine. 2 degrees out of alignment, but that's not the end of the world. Not sure at what point I would be like, oh, it's all ruined. I can't do this anymore. End of the world. Because like even killing my tourist doesn't actually lose me that much money. So should all be fine. We're about a 10th of the distance up there, but that's nowhere near the 10th of the fuel that we need to use. It's crazy how the fuel systems work. Oh, there we go. That's maybe a little early, to be honest. You know what? Let's just use this fuel. Let's just use up this fuel. Hopefully everything will stay nicely aligned. Because everything's coming back to the atmosphere anyway so far, so... Okay, this one, despite following mostly the same path, has come back very different. Make sure all these parachutes are deployed. Okay, nice. And now this one, we need to get the engines going. There's these ones, nice. Why is this so like what I don't understand what went so very, very different. This is actually a problem. This is actually a problem. These engines aren't also... No, they're pointed backwards. Okay. Or in reverse, I suppose, would be the better way of wording it. I mean, the good news, my periaps is also going up. So if we just get this into orbit, we can deal with it and make some good burns. Let's actually switch to this one so we know what's going on. Also, we see like the granularity of the return simulation here. Look, chunk. You'd have thought it would have been smooth, but obviously computer games can only really deal with things in discrete chunks, right? So I wonder what the smallest error is, if you will, like how small it can actually deal with. So note to self, if I'm ever tempted to put the small but highly efficient engines on the big spacecraft again, don't do it. Don't do it. It takes so long to do anything or go anywhere. I'm not about it. Not about it. I mean, we have doubled our periapsis up here, so that's pretty good. And when we actually get round to being able to make a burn at the periapsis, it will be more efficient, and indeed will take a little less time than it is where we are right now. We could also sort out our sending node. Not down here, but on the way past. On the way past. Hopefully, we're not going to have any clashing schedules. I'm a little bit worried because I do want to set some... Let's stop that there. Bring down... Can we bring down the accelerate? I want to add a maneuver. Oh, look how close. Look how close. We've got a intercept there. That, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to meet. Okay, let's bring this back down here and see if we can't do a radial burn to help. Not that way, we can't. What about this way? Is that going to help at all? I mean, we're pushing stuff back into the atmosphere at that point. All right, well, let's just kill that. We'll just make our way up there, and we'll make the maneuver next time we need to. Right? We'll do that, and we'll apwaps, and somewhere about there is our encounter. Okay, great. Create an alarm. Maneuver. Connector 2. Okay, actually, of course, it's happening more recently. That's fine. I'm really starting to have trouble seeing what's going on around Kerbin. I don't know about you guys, but it's getting a bit crowded around here. We're definitely going to have to think about just getting a whole bunch of these ships back. Some of them are important, some of them are not, though. You know, we've got some space stations. They're quite important. They are definitely things we need to bring back. I'm a little bit worried that if I follow these connector probes, we're going to be in the atmosphere when we want to switch time. So let's see how that goes. Well, I'm gonna try it anyway. Why would I not? And then as soon as we can, we'll jump over. Because I would like to save as many of my craft as possible. Normally it doesn't I want this to go normal. Okay, so we've got no, we've only got one still around. Oh, there they are. There's 2 and 3. Okay, this should be good. If I can keep my craft sideways without blowing up, that'll be the ultimate slowing down technique. And I am all about slowing down as quick as possible. It'd be really nice if I could have just go, all right, I know these guys are going to land, because you know they've got all of their parachutes deployed. They're set up for a nice intercept with the atmosphere. But unfortunately, Kerbal doesn't work like that. Kerbal does not work like that. They did not envisage people like myself that like to do many things at once. Okay, we can only send these 2 through. That's a bit of a shame, because we do actually have 2 more back here. We're just going to have to make do with, right? Just going to have to make do and see what we can do with it. Oh man, are these guys also coming in for a landing? Connector 2. Jump to vessel. Connector 2 shouldn't be ready to go yet. Maybe they're like, actually, you've got such a terrible engine, you need to be burning already. I could definitely see that being a thing, actually. Which probably means we're going to be losing some craft here. Not about it, but... connector 2, delete and close. Thank you. Let's go prograde. Also, remember to make sure that something is pointing at the sun. Start my burn. What is this 18-minute burn? Sorry, what? So, what? I'm not even pointed in roughly the right direction. Man, I'm going to have to do this in 2 burns. There's no... So if this wants to go from here and I'm quarter of the way around my orbit, no, not a chance. Not a chance. This is going to end up, like, going in the wrong place. I'm going to have to just kill these and do my best. Ugh, my best. How about we add this maneuver here. Bring this to about 0, 0. And then I burn forwards at the same time, right? It's already saying I should be burning. Man, are you kidding me? Just to do that tiny... I mean, it really is, isn't it? It really is. Okay, let's speed up and see if we can't get this minus to be a plus. 2.1. Oh, not even a plus, just a 0. Just a 0. So these connection probes here are definitely going to be dying soon, right? Or they stay in orbit and we... Oh, there they go. Alright, well, they're not staying in orbit. Okay, let's try and think this through. Which way is forwards? If I bring down my time accelerate and go, hey, could you go prograde? Over this way. Okay. We're just going to burn like this and see how far around we can make this go. I want to bring this descending node down as low as possible, and I want to push this apoapse up much higher than it is right now. Mostly concentrating on the descending node, because that's the thing that I'm closest to right now. Wow, look at this. This tiny engine is not the winner. I'm sure we've used it before, though. How is this so bad this time round? Okay, I think from about here onwards, we could just point forwards. And try and get our apoapsis up as high as possible. I'm wondering, like, like, could I even get an engineer up here to attach a different engine to this so that we can, like, take advantage of the fuel we've got a little bit better or something like that? Look at these guys; they're about to come in. I kind of want to watch them go through the atmosphere. In fact, I know these guys aren't going that deep in the atmosphere, so maybe we'll just let them cruise through, and we'll see if we can grab them later. If not, I mean, I think that's it's not the end of the world if we lose a little bit of money here. We've got like 2 million roots in the bank. Random autosave, okay. This tiny engine really is just meant for like moving around by the actual asteroid itself. I didn't want this to be a proper maneuvering engine. Yeah, here we are. I'm wondering what size jumps are acceptable. Like, is that few degrees there the degrees that I want it to use? So if I now cut my engine and go periaps add maneuver, bring that up. Hopefully, create an alarm, maneuver. Just leave that as maneuver for now. Switch to connector 1, let that roll. We can then get the other connector there, which is what we're after, right? We need to be able to get all of these connector craft onto our 4 rocks that we've got connected as a casino. Ooh, yes, hello. So which one is for... This doesn't seem right. Should I really be here right now? Yeah, okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. There's once again, did I make sure that the other craft was able to keep its solar panels facing the sun? It's a thing you got to watch out for when you send these robotic craft out. This one doesn't really matter all that much. Got a Kerbal on board. But the other one, very important. Okay, so this is at least facing in the right direction. That's going to be great help later on. Use me, please. Bakery. I thought I'd change this to number 2. I was fairly sure I'd change this guy's name. Okay, so it does actually end up being that this was pointed towards the sun. That's good. Could definitely have been much more problematic. Where's the craft I'm looking for now? You? Yeah, switch to. And time warp. Where's Kerbin gone? I can't see anything to give me any sort of... Oh, there we go. Is this really where I need to do my burn? Is this... Why am I in the atmosphere? 52? Are you kidding me? That's a long way into the atmosphere. Well, we'll see what happens when we come out of here. Let's point prograde and try and do our best to be an aerodynamic dart. Thankfully, 50 isn't too bad. Could be a lot worse. Why can't I click on this. Let's go aim camera, and then from there I should be able to then get the door to close. All right, great. Open doorways, not so great for aerodynamics, you know. Reset that camera. Great. This way round, and I think I'm just going to ×4 my way through. Think we'll be okay. Seems to think we're doing the burn already, but that's a bit weird. Coming out the other side, I just don't feel like we're going to need to change it all that much. So 800. Okay, all right. So the thing we're actually trying to meet up with has an apoapsis of 7. How? What was I looking at that was telling me millions? It was definitely something that was at millions, right? Let's bring this up to back to 808 because that's where we were. 808. 1, 2, 3. I just don't know whether we're going to be able to do this burn in all this time. Like, how did we get the last connector up here? It was the same complete style of craft. If anything, it had more things on. Yeah, I don't know. A bit weird. Time warp cancelled. Here we go. Making our burn in less than a minute. I mean, I'm tempted just to start the burn now. Delete and close. I want to make sure we're just looking in that direction. Start burning 49 seconds, and then we're just going to leave this running for like... Oh man, even at ×4, 17 minutes is a long time. Let's start this, I don't know, 10 seconds to go. Oh. Well, that was a bit of a fluff there. I hit the wrong time accelerate, and we went a few seconds beyond. So yay, great. But I have got the proper physics warp on now. It does look to be that we are burning more fuel under 4 times time acceleration than we would be elsewise. I think that's probably okay. We've definitely spent worse times like this, worse times than this. So even at 4 times, that's still like 3 minutes to try and burn through here. This is going to take a long time, and that's not even with the actual meetup burn. This is just to set us up over here, which should hopefully do it. But man, that's a lot. That is a lot. And then if I spend that fuel over there, because we got, look, 300 meters per second relative speed to try and nullify off, and we're going like this is a 200 meter relative speed that's going to take 17 minutes. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. I've got to figure out a better way of doing this. The problem is we don't have a great deal of other options on this craft. I just don't know how I managed it so well last time. I might actually even have to go back and watch that stream and see what I even did to make it work so well. Did we just have a better rendezvous? I don't know. I actually don't know. Did we end up refueling it in orbit? I feel like not. I feel like that wasn't the way we do things. The amount of fuel we've got is not the issue, thankfully. We've got plenty of fuel. The amount is how fast we can burn it. Delete and close. What was? Oh, maneuver for my second vehicle. Oh wow, this is a bit of a problem. This is a big problem. I guess we're just gonna say that this one's more important for now. traveling at single time. Okay, well, I was wondering why this was taking so long, but of course when the alarm came up, it was changing the took us out of orbit. No, took us out of time warp. Lol. I think I'm going to have to spend a little bit of time outside of stream, just making these guys all line up ready to go. There's going to be some long, boring burns to make use of here, and these are not the ones I want to be doing on stream. Thankfully, we're most of our way through this one. But I think with that, I am going to say thank you very much for joining me for this adventure, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you guys next time, where hopefully these flights are actually going to be like very close to being there. I'm just going to bring them up. I'm just going to dock them on, and we will pick up next episode with these very much closer. So I'll see you then, or when we're going to do that. Bye.